Welcome back to Blast Guy's ultimate comparison video for the Walmart exclusive Playmates Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 2-packs. This is basically going to be a massive look at a comparison between all four sets, mix and match of the good guys and the bad guys, and with their counterparts. So we're going to get started. We're going to take a look at Leonardo with Donatello. So here's our first leader, Leonardo, in a comparison with his brother Donatello. You can see the skin tones are definitely different from all four turtles here as we look at each one. But they fit pretty nice together, as you can see here. Nice. Here's the back of them. Other shells are pretty much the same color, but we have the nice presentation for their weapons. Here we have Leonardo with our favorite hothead, Raphael. Looks pretty good. These two's skin tone are really close to each other, but you can still see they are different in color. For the back of the figures, you can see the shells are pretty much the same color also. Here we have Leonardo with our favorite party dude, Michelangelo. Looking fantastic. You can definitely see the different shade in green used in the plastic, but still look amazing. It's the back of them. Shells are the same color. Looks pretty cool. I have to say, if I had to pick my favorite weapon out of all these figures, is definitely Michelangelo's nunchucks with the real chains. That is a fantastic piece, and that's something I've always wanted to see in a figure for Michelangelo. Here's a comparison for our favorite tech turtle with his brother Raphael. Looking really, really cool. You can see the different shades of plastic used for the greens. Looks really good. And the back also looks really good also. Alright, here we have Donatello with Mikey. It definitely looks pretty good. You definitely can see the two different types of plastic used for the skin tone. It's really cool. Here's the back of them for the comparison with each other. Looking amazing. And here we have Raphael with Michelangelo. Looks great. I love the figures. These two actually don't have any of the bandoliers across their chest, so that looks really good. From their first leader and Donatello. See the back of them? Looks great. Okay, let's start taking a look at the bad guys, also known as the Rebels for some reason. But these are villains. Here we have the leader of the Foot Clan. We have the Shredder. And here he compares with his mutants, Rocksteady. So in height, they look pretty good together. I would think that, Rocksteady would be more bulkier, more big because of his initial animal base. But still looks really nice. Shredder from behind. And then we have Rocksteady from behind. Alright, next up we have the Shredder with Bebop. Now Bebop is definitely sporting that bulkiness, but a little short of Shredder's height, but still looks pretty nice for a really nice representation of Bebop. There's the back of Bebop. And let's turn Shredder around just to show you how they look from behind. If the turtles are going to sneak up on them and do a sneak attack. Now here's Shredder with the Triceraton. This is definitely one that looks a little bit smaller than we would like to have, but there's a bunch of Triceraton, so he could be a young, upcoming warrior in a Triceraton species. So I wouldn't get too upset about the overall size of this guy. It could just be a youngster just starting out, but I get where the frustration comes from due to the lack of size in this guy. But nonetheless, he's still a decent looking figure outside his proportion issues. And there he is from behind. Here we have the comparison for Rocksteady and Bebop. If anybody was actually considered brothers in the Turtle universe, I guess you could consider these guys because they're always with each other. They're a inacceptable team and pretty dominant against the turtles, even though most of the time the turtles get the upper hand. But, you know, they still do a fantastic job. Just the back of them. You see how big Bebop's back is? All the nice sculpt work. Looks really good. Here we have Rocksteady with the Triceraton. You can definitely start to see the proportion issues with the Triceraton. But it looks still good together and can still be used in your storylines or your universe, or even on your shelves. They still look pretty good. Here we have a comparison with Bebop and the Triceraton, and with Bebop definitely being having that bulkier body, you can see him kind of like tower over the Triceraton in the thickness category. But in height, they're about the same. You know, so it's not too bad for your overall height issues. Okay, he wants to lean back for some reason. There we go. Here's our back view of the two villains. Alright, so I did a little mix and mash here. We're going to do, you know, the villain with the turtle to see how they compare with each other. So we'll start off here with Leonardo and Shredder. They look great together. I think Shredder is probably the best proportionate figure in the whole set out of the villains, next to the turtles. So they look really good together. Turn them around. It's really, really nice. Here we have Leonardo versus Rocksteady. Rocksteady, in my opinion, looks a little smaller than it should be, but still a pretty nice figure. So for the back of the figures, comparison for size, it's pretty good. Here we have Bebop and Leonardo. Looks really good. Spin them around. And there's the back of them. Here we have Leonardo with the Triceraton. It looks like the Triceraton's a little upset because he's the short one of the bunch. But looks really good nonetheless. Here we have Donnie with the shred head, Shredder himself. Comparison looks great. Okay, here's Donatello with Rocksteady. Looks pretty cool. Here we have Donatello with Bebop. And here we have Donatello with the Triceraton. Here we have Raphael with the Shredder. Looks really cool. And here we have Raphael with Rocksteady. Very nice. Here we have Raphael with Bebop. Both dudes wearing red. Actually looks pretty good together. Very nice. And here we have Raphael with the Triceraton. Back of them. And here we have the party dude Michelangelo with the Shredder. It's very nice. Back of them. Here we have Michelangelo with Rocksteady. The back of these guys. And here we have Michelangelo and Bebop. And here's the back. And here's Mikey with the Triceraton. A lot of orange going on here. Looks very cool. Back of these guys. And here's an image of a comparison of all four of the brothers together. Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, and Michelangelo. So you can see how all their different skin tones are different shades and looking amazing as a complete team of ninjas. And if you want to see how their backs compare with all four of these guys together, even though Raphael's size will be on the front, but we can see how they compare it from behind. Looks pretty good. Alright, here's all four of our villains together. Shredder, Rocksteady, Bebop, and the Triceraton. So they work well on your shelf. They don't look too bad. The proportions aren't perfect, but what figure is? So I think they look fantastic. And let's see if we can spin these guys around without knocking anybody over. So you can just see the final back of all the four, the bad guys, for comparison and for your size. And it looks like we lost Bebop's drill gun, but that's okay. Looking really nice. And here we have all 8 of the figures together for one final comparison on how they compare with each other on your shelf, on how they're going to look. These retail sets for about $34.96 at Walmart is the retail price for these 2 packs. I do highly recommend them. The turtles are amazing. Even the villains, they are pretty cool. I do like the Shredder the most, I think, for the villains, and it's really hard to pick out my favorite for the turtles. I think I'm going to go with Raphael as my favorite turtle, and my favorite weapon out of all the figures will have to be Michelangelo's nunchucks, second by Raphael's size. So that's my favorite figure from the villain and from the turtles, and my favorite weapon. So if you want to comment down below and tell me which one's your favorite figure, your favorite shell, your favorite rebel, and your favorite weapon or weapons that you enjoy, feel free to comment down below and see if you guys agree with my choices. If not, that's perfectly fine. I'm not sure where these are going to go with Playmates. I haven't seen any information on any future 2-packs. I'd like to see these continue in the scale and in the articulation and the overall sculpting with some other, like maybe let's get some foot soldiers. I like to see Casey Jones for sure, Splinter, and maybe April. Let's get us some Metalhead. Especially, I think I said, did I say Usagi Jimbo? That would be awesome if we can get him. Maybe Slash, maybe Token Razor. That'd be really, really cool 2-pack. But we'll see what happens. Maybe these will be the only ones that we get through Playmates as, you know, a 2-pack from Walmart and in a scale. But who knows what the future may bring. I'm hoping you guys really enjoyed this ultimate comparison of the Walmart Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sets. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Lots of great stuff coming. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up for me. I really appreciate that. Comment down below. Please share the video with all your fellow collectors and friends. Recommend them to subscribe. I appreciate that very much. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next review.